Today we're going to learn some basic questions and vocabulary to talk about personality in Spanish, the agreements between the subject and the adjective. And finally we're going to do some activities together. Empecemos. ¿Cómo eres? What sort of person are you? ¿Cómo es? What sort of person is he or she? ¿Cómo son? What sort of persons are they? Pay attention to the highlighted verbs. As you can see, eres from the question will become soy in the answer, I am. The good thing is that when you ask about he, él, she, ella, or you singular formal usted or they, ellos, ellas, ustedes, the verb remains the same for both the question and the answer. If you are describing a personality trait that is inherent to the person, you will use the verb ser, to be. It is very important that you recognize here that we are not talking about feelings. This will be very important when learning about the use of the famous verb to be, that in Spanish has two different verbs, ser and estar. In this video we are gonna learn 16 adjectives to describe personality. I'm gonna use the masculine now to go over all the vocabulary, which is the form that you're always gonna find in the dictionary. But I will explain the agreements in detail later on. Amable. Nice, kind. Soy amable. I am nice. I am kind. Antipático. Nasty. Soy antipático. I am nasty. Divertido. Amusing. Soy divertido. I am amusing. Generoso. Generous. Soy generoso. I am generous. Genial. Great. Soy genial. I am great. Gracioso. Funny. Soy gracioso. I am funny. Guay. Cool. Soy guay. I am cool. Listo. Clever. Soy listo. I am clever. Molesto. Annoying. Soy molesto. I am annoying. Serio. Serious. Soy serio. I am serious. Sincero. Sincere. Soy sincero. I am sincere. Tímido. Shy. Soy tímido. I am shy. Tonto. Silly. Soy tonto. I am silly. Tranquilo. Quiet. Soy tranquilo. I am quiet. Optimista. Optimistic. Soy optimista. I am optimistic. Pesimista. Pessimistic. Soy pesimista. I am pessimistic. Let's see now the agreements between the subject and the adjective. As you know, in Spanish, we always need to keep in mind if we are describing one or more than one person and their gender. We have 4 different types of endings for the adjectives that we use to describe personality. These adjectives can end in O, E, consonant, or A. In a dictionary, you are always going to find the masculine singular form. Let's see which changes you will have to do to master the agreement. Adjectives ending in O will vary depending on the gender of the person that they are describing. There is a lot of discussion about gender right now, but for the time being, nothing has changed officially. Therefore, divertido, amusing, will be used to describe a man. Then, if you want to describe a woman, the O will change into an A, divertida. If you want to describe a group of men or men and women, we will need to add an S after the O, divertidos. If you want to describe a group of women only, you will need to add an S after the A, divertidas. So you will say gracioso, graciosa, graciosos, graciosas. Listo, lista, listos, listas. Molesto, molesta, molestos, molestas. Tímido, tímida, tímidos, tímidas. Adjectives ending in E will only vary if you are describing more than two people, and the gender here won't change anything. If you are describing only one person, then you will always use amable, amable. If you are describing more than one person, then you will need to add an S to the E, amables, amables. Adjectives ending in a consonant will work the same way as the adjectives ending in E. No change for the gender, only for the number of people. If you are describing only one person, then you will always use genial, genial. If you are describing more than one person, then you will need to add an S to the E, geniales, geniales. Why? Why? But careful, because why is quite a special word. The plural will be slightly different. Wise, wise. So instead of the Y, you will write an I and then you will add an S. Finally, if the adjective ends in A, you will have to follow the same rule for the adjectives ending in E or consonant. If you are describing only one person, you will always use optimista, optimista. If you are describing more than one person, then you will need to add an S to the A. Optimistas, optimistas. Same for pesimista, pesimista, pesimistas, pesimistas. En resumen, these will be the endings for the four types of adjectives: o, a, os, as, e, s, s. Consonante, consonante, es, a, s, s. So let's summarize the process. What do you have to ask yourself? Am I describing one person or more than one? Are they men or women? If you are describing one person, then you will need to have your verb and then the right ending depending on the gender of the person. Men will end in O and women will end in A. For the adjectives that you will find in a dictionary that end in O, you can use yo soy, él es, ella es, or usted es, plus antipático, antipática, divertido, divertida, generoso, generosa, gracioso, graciosa, listo, lista, molesto, molesta, serio, seria, sincero, sincera, tímido, tímida, tonto, tonta, tranquilo, tranquila. If the adjective ends in E, a consonant, or an A, then there will be no change for men or women. You can use yo soy, él es, ella es, usted es, plus amable, genial, guay, optimista, pesimista, both for feminine and masculine. And if you are describing more than one person, then you will need to have your verb and then you will need to choose the right ending again depending on the gender of the person. Men will end in os and women will end in as. For the adjectives that you will find in a dictionary that end in O, you can use nosotros somos, nosotras somos, ellos son, ellas son, ustedes son, plus antipáticos, antipáticas, divertidos, divertidas, generosos, generosas, graciosos, graciosas, listos, listas, molestos, molestas, serios, serias, sinceros, sinceras, tímidos, tímidas, tontos, tontas, tranquilos, tranquilas. And if the adjective ends in E, a consonant or an A, then you will only need to add an S, and again there will be no change for men or women. Nosotros somos, nosotras somos, ellos son, ellas son, ustedes son, plus amables, geniales, guays, optimistas, pesimistas. Vamos a practicar. Ejercicio 1. Nice, kind. Amable, cool, guay. Pessimistic, pesimista. Quiet, tranquilo. Silly, tonto. Clever, listo. Funny, gracioso. Amusing, divertido. Ejercicio 2. Great, genial. Nasty, antipático. Optimistic, optimista. Serious, serio. Quiet, tranquilo. Shy, tímido. Clever, listo. Cool, guay. Ejercicio 3. Funny, gracioso. Annoying, molesto. Sincere, sincero. Silly, tonto. Optimistic, optimista. Nice, kind. Amable. Amusing, divertido. Great, genial. Question of the day. ¿Cómo eres? Please leave a comment in the comment section below and I will check your answers. Buen trabajo. Hasta la próxima clase. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.